Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. Haven't seen you all in a while. But I put on my community wall that I will be recapping the documentary, the Netflix documentary, Our Father. He ain't my father, but that's the name of it. Our Father. Ooh-wee. It's some evil people in this world, let me tell you. Trash. Just trash. Now, he is a doctor, or was, but I will not be referring to him as a doctor because in order for me to call you doctor, you will have to uphold that. Because, see, you took an oath, morals, ethics. See, in order for me to call you doctor, you have to uphold it. And, sir, you did not. So I'm going to call you Klein. See, that's what I'm going to call you. Now, what I really want to call you is see you next Tuesday, Klein. But I'm classy, so we have Klein. And he was a infertility doctor. We all know what that means. It means that when a female can't have children the traditional way, she may need a little bit of help. Or maybe her husband have a low sperm count, so hey, they just need a little help. They want to have a child, so they go to a infertility doctor or a fertility doctor, and they come across Klein. Now, Klein was well known over there in Indiana. What y'all doing over there in Indiana? He was well known, a successful practice. Many couples have darkened his doorway. He had great referrals, great word of mouth. Go to Klein. He'll hook you right up, child. Hook you right the F up. Even his co-workers, even the nurse. Klein was the real deal, Holyfield. See, that was on the surface. But see, behind closed doors, it was something real sinister, real dark going on with the Klein, the sick MFer. Now, let's talk about the MVP of this whole documentary, honey, Jacoba. Jacoba said, I have time. That's what Jacoba said. See, Jacoba said that when she was growing up, something was a little amiss in the household. She got blonde hair, blue eyes, light features. Her family got dark hair, dark eyes. I don't look like the rest of them. Something's not right. Now, my mom and daddy done went my whole life and they done told me a lie. I've been adopted. See, that's what Jacoba was thinking. I was adopted. So she went to her mama and she was like, listen here, mama. Now, is that something you need to tell me? See, I don't look like the rest of y'all. What happened? So the mama said, okay, I'll tell you. You wasn't adopted. You wasn't adopted. I went to a doctor having problems, having a child, so I need a little help. So I went to a doctor to assist me. And then, boom, boom, bam. Here you are, the love of my life. And so Jacoba was like, okay, I get it, all right. But see, I gotta have some siblings somewhere. I may. Because, see, according to Klein, the story is he used medical students for the semen. See, that's what Klein said, that he used medical students. And let me quote this, okay? Let me quote this. Donor sperm, they never used the same donor sperm more than 3 times. See, if they used more than that, it would be a whole bunch of siblings running around the neighborhood. And see, when you have a whole bunch of siblings running around the neighborhood and they don't know each other, it may be a good chance that they may hook up. You're going to have brothers and sisters running around here dating, getting married, having kids. You're going to have kids running around here with 3 hands, four fingers, 3 legs, 2 toes running around here because of Klein and his lies. It amazes me that all these siblings that came about, and none of them came across each other. No dating, no fooling around. Honey, that ain't nothing but a blessing right there. So Jacoba said, okay, well, let me go ahead and see if I can find some. So she went ahead and got that 23andMe. 23andMe is a DNA test that you can send off to see about your family. So she did that, and boom, 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 it came back. And according to 23andMe, honey, she has 7 siblings, or 7 type of connections. And so she says, now wait a minute, I know you lied, because see, that can't be right, because again, let me quote this. Donor sperm, they never use the same donor sperm more than 3 times. If that's the case, why she got 7? So Jacoba, honey, she put on her Matlock hat. She put on her MacGyver hat. She put on her Sherlock Holmes hat. And she said, it's time to get busy. So Jacoba, with her research and her organizational skills, honey, she found out that she got this many siblings. She done found out that she done had 10 siblings, 15 siblings. It's a crazy amount. So she said, all right, this is it. This man is no good. This man isn't right, because see, she got in contact with a cousin of a sibling of her brother and sister that was Klein's children. And so she just connected the dots. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Come to find out that Klein, there was no medical student sperm. There was no donor sperm anonymously or mysteriously. No. It was this sick SOB sperm. See, while the women was in the room getting ready to be inseminated, Klein was just feet away in his office behind closed doors. Remember, I told you behind closed doors there's something dark and sinister. Well, that's Klein. Klein had a cup, honey, and he was in there, in that office, ejaculating in that cup. Klein. The only thing I want you to do is to put gasoline on your cane. It's to put gasoline on your hand. It's to put gasoline on your hat. It's to put gasoline on your degrees. It's to put gasoline pen to paper and then run into a burning house. See, that's what I'm going to need for you to do, you sick F. May you burn in hell. So, the women who only thing they wanted was help. And they went to a doctor for that. They just wanted a child. They was having problems and they just wanted a child. And this sick SOB was in his office ejaculating into the cup. But see, that's not all, friends. That's not all, sisters. See, after he did that, just a couple of seconds, he goes into the patient's room, still standing upright. Let's just use that term. And he inseminated his sperm into these women. Oh. He did that for years and years and years and years. Didn't feel bad about it. Didn't feel bad about it whatsoever. Now, you want to talk about his colleagues. Now, see, the nurse and his co-worker, they had no idea this was going on. They said, listen, we thought that he was playing by the rules. We thought that he was actually using medical student sperm. We had no idea that he was back in the back doing that. He loves the scripture, honey. See, he loves the good old church. And he loves Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. Trash. See, Klein, he's that good doctor, you know, that's all up in the church, that teaches Bible school, that goes to the community functions, that everybody just loves and worships. He's just a good old Christian man. See, when he was a teenager, he was driving and a young girl on a tricycle darted between two cars. It was an accident. That's what he says. But see, this man is evil. And I ain't saying that he hit that child. I ain't saying that, but I'm just saying this man evil. He hit the little girl by accident. Had something in my throat. So, he found the Lord. He really got involved with the church. So Jacoba was like, I'm not going to let this man get by with this. He has hurt several people. He is not a doctor. He is vile. He is evil. And he needs to be charged with this. He actually inseminated women without their consent. Using his sperm with a whole sickle. So she contacted the Attorney General of Indiana, the prosecutor office. She contacted everybody she should know. And honey, they paid Jacoba dust. Nobody contacted her back. They sent her email to one of those spam emails talking about, we'll get back in touch with you. Nobody got back in touch with her. Nobody. She was pissed. So then her local news station, honey, there was a newswoman up there, honey. She said, let me contact her. See, she looked like somebody who can get into some things. Angela Gannott, she contacted her. She sent her a Facebook message. Honey, when I tell you Jacoba was detailed and organized. So she sent the news reporter all this information she had. I mean, step by step, everything. And so the news reporter said, I know you lied. Now I know, not where I live, there's a sick old doctor out here who is impregnating women with his own sperm. I know you lied. Let me go ahead and just check into this. So the news lady started doing her own investigation. And she contacted the good old freak of a Dr. Klein. Of course, he was defensive. Of course, he was condescending. Of course, he was rude. He said, this is all a lie. I have never did that to any woman. This is a bold-faced lie. And he hung up the phone. But of course, the reporter and Jacoba, they knew that something wasn't right. But see, while all this is going on, Jacoba done got in touch with several of her siblings. And guess what the good old Dr. Klein said? Okay, I'll meet up with you. He actually met up with several of the siblings, including Jacoba. He come walking in all old and crimped up and got his little cane, sat down in front of these people that he has violated their mothers. No apologies. Cocky, arrogant, a piece of shit. So he's sitting there with pen and paper, and Jacoba says that he's asking them what they do for a living, this, that, and another. And she says it's like he was rating us. Like, which one of these kids did okay with their lives? How dare he? Then he used the Bible scripture. And Jacoba said, now let me tell you something, you old MF. Don't be coming up here talking about my God. You over here trying to use my God to deflect on what you did, your heinous act. Boy, honey, everybody who sat there was a good one. Because, honey, he wouldn't have left walking with that cane. He wouldn't have left walking that cane. He would have been hit upside the head with that cane. How dare you, sir? How dare you? And his explanation is, look, your mothers came in there for my help and I helped them. Simple as that. I gave them the greatest gift on earth. You all. Why y'all complaining? I mean, I helped your mothers out. Y'all here, ain't y'all? I mean, he's just an arrogant, condescending piece of trash. Now, remember, he told the reporter, I never did this. Never, ever. Just a bold-faced lie. But then, come to find out, you can't beat DNA. You can't beat evidence. So he finally admitted that he did. And then he says there would be no more than 14 or 15. This is when he was sitting down with his kids. Well, he's a liar. It just, the numbers kept climbing. The numbers kept climbing. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Piece of trash. So then, finally, the prosecuting attorney finally made some leeway. But honey, that prosecuting attorney was a jerk. Didn't y'all think he was a jerk? Even Jacoba was like, he was so rude to me. He was a jerk at first. Now, Jacoba talked to Clyde, and she recorded the conversation. And this is how terrible Clyde is. Clyde, it was all about him. Me, I. My family will be destroyed. My marriage will be destroyed. My wife will be upset. My reputation will be destroyed. Everything was about him. And he actually wanted Jacoba to drop everything. This cannot come out. Because see, if it does, it will ruin me. And see, the reporter met Clyde. And she said that he walked in there with a whole GUE. So Jacoba said, I'm sorry, this ain't about you, sicko. How about the people that you hurt? You hurt my mother, and you hurt their mother. You hurt families. And you think that I'm supposed to just back down? See, I just got started. F you, F your family, and F everything in your life, because see, I'm about to burn it down. And I was like, Jacoba. I was like, Jacoba, you better do it. So finally, they had something on Klein to charge him with. Now, what they really wanted to charge him with was RAPE. Here is a doctor who inseminated women without their consent. And while he was doing it, he still was erect. Because see, just seconds before that, he did it in a cup. And then he came into the patient's office fully erect and inseminated these women. So why can't we charge him with RAPE? Prosecuting attorney said, nope, ain't gonna happen. Okay, so what about assault? Nope, not gonna happen. Okay, so what about battery? Nope, ain't gonna happen. So Jacoba said, okay, so we can't charge him with the R word. We can't charge him with assault. We can't charge him with battery. What's going on here? So you're telling me that if I come up to you and spit in your face, I can get arrested for assault? Prosecuting attorney said, oh, yes, ma'am. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. And not only that, in some states, it's a felony. But this sicko doctor can do what he did and not get charged with it. Because, see, the women went in there voluntarily. And there was no contact to contact forcibly against their will that will suggest RAPE or S assault. Absolutely disgusting. So disgusting. I feel so bad for them women. He's a horrible man. So, the prosecuting attorney digged and digged and digged and digged. And then they was like, boom, we got some. Because, see, he's a whole liar out here. And on official paperwork, he lied twice. And so the prosecuting attorney said, we got him. We got him for obstruction of justice. So they go to his house. They get his ass. They do a DNA test. And of course, what we all knew, it was 99.999997. That he is the father of all these people. In fact, the number has swelled up to 90-some, 94, 95. Absolutely ridiculous. So it's time to go before the judge. See, there's a trial. He got arrested. After 2 years. After 2 years of trying to get this man, this church-going man, this law-abiding citizen, 2 years, they finally got his sick self in court. But it was just a big joke. No one took it seriously. In fact, he was found guilty. He was found guilty, friends and sisters. He was found guilty. And the judge, when she was giving down the sentence, it was like she was holding back tears. It was like she was choking up. Oh, Dr. Clyde, I am so sorry to be sentencing you like this, you church-going, abiding man. I am so upset to do this, but I have to do it because they say that you're guilty. So the judge found him guilty of obstruction. He got charged with, he got found guilty of felony sentences, and he had to pay a fine, y'all. Y'all want to know how much that fine was? $500. $500 and no jail time. And see, this is what gets me. After all this, after they showed in court that this man was guilty of this, that this man is a whole sicko freak, that this man is a liar, he has supporters. He has supporters. See, those good folks down there at that church, they still supported him. He still went to church. He's just a good old Christian man. Who just messed up? Who are we to judge? Only God judges. Okay, my God is going to send you to hell. I don't care. Y'all get mad, stay mad. My God, he going straight to hell with gasoline draws on this clown. I cannot believe somebody that evil and nasty have supporters of the church. It happens and you hear it all the time. It just blows my mind. He was also connected to this crazy, racist, Aryan cult where they believe white is right. Okay? Blonde hair, blue eyes, no mixing of the race. They want that pure race. See, somehow he was connected to all that, child. Or he looked into it. Just trash. And he got a slap on the wrist. Like I said, up to over 90 some siblings came out of this. And then come to find out that 47 other doctors was doing the same thing. You all, only thing I can say is that it is some evil, evil people out there. And Jacoba and her family's doing fine, and her other siblings are, you know, getting together. And I just love Jacoba in this documentary. I love the reporter. I love the siblings. Good for her. Good for her for figuring this all out. And if y'all have a chance, go watch the Netflix Our Father. Oh, I forgot to mention, he also had health problems. And his health problems went to his siblings. Several of them had autoimmune deficiency. And he just walked out the courtroom. That's it, y'all. That's it. I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye!